Today's video is in collaboration with my dear friend Natashah Rashid. She did a beautiful look and I will link her channel and video in the description so you guys can check her out. Hi guys, Assalamualaikum and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Arina. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I am going to do a makeup tutorial for Eid al-Fitr, and I forgot to wish you guys Ramadan Mubarak. Hopefully this Ramadan will bring happiness and also us closer to our creator. So for today's tutorial, I did do this look. This makeup look is so simple, I promise you that. Also, you can match this makeup with any color clothes because the eyeshadow itself and also the base product is not too warm in my opinion. You can change the lip color if you need to. You can wear a pink lip color because this eyeshadow does have some hint of pink. If I close my lips, just need to change it. You can wear reds, you can wear nudes, you can wear pinks, you can wear even mauve or brown. In today's video, I use all affordable products, mix of Pinkflash and also Focallure, and I'm missing some products from them, which is setting spray and also primer, and I did use the ones that I have from the drugstore. Hopefully this video will give you some inspiration for you guys to create a look during the Eid, and let's get started. Okay guys, as usual, I like to start off my makeup routine by doing the eye part first. So I am going to frame my face and also shape my brows. For me, I prefer a bushy brow rather than a shaped and also sharp brows. So for that, to achieve that, firstly I need to brush my brow hair upwards using a spoolie. This one I just used from the end of the eyebrow product that I don't use anymore, and also a clear soap. I'm going to use the Pierce clear soap. You can get this from any drugstore or any local pharmacy. This soap is super affordable. It's below RM5. So for that, I'm going to first spray it using a setting spray. Any setting spray will do, honestly. And for today, I use the Rimmel Insta Fix and Glow, and I'm just gonna spray it, not a lot, like maybe 2 to 3 sprays like that. And then I'm going to take my spoolie and then just brush it and also pat the soap on the spoolie until the spoolie looks dense. And if I think that the soap is a bit dry, I'm going to spray it again. And then if I'm happy with the condition of the spoolie with the soap, it's not too wet or too dry, it's just the nice consistency, and I'm going to just brush my eyebrows upward like so. So you can already see that the soap and the spoolie helps to shape my brows upwards like this. This also helps to widen my lid space, make the hair looks more defined. This is before and this is after. And then after that, I like to take a Q-tip or a cotton pad, and then I just clean up the outer edge of this eyebrow because some of the soap does get to the skin area, and if you apply concealer directly on that area, it will be looking splotchy and will not look nice. So I recommend you guys to clean up the outer perimeters of the brows first before you go in with the concealer. Do the other eyebrows off camera to save some time, and also I did clean it up using a Q-tip off camera as well. But if you wish to watch the full tutorial of eyebrow soap, you can click up here, the link up here, and also the link down below. And before I conceal the outer perimeters of my brows, I like to go in with any brow pencil. This is from Stagenius, super fine eyebrow pencil, and this one is the rounded head one. They have two different types. One is like a triangular type, and this is the rounded head one. It's actually not that round, it's flat on the top, but it's very fine, and I have mine in the shade CO4. And I just use this pencil lightly on the brows because I already have kind of like a guideline, like hair guideline. I just feel the areas that I feel like it's too sparse or I need more volume on that area. Do a fine stroke because this brow pencil is not too pigmented. The pigmentation is very soft. So once I have that, I'm going to fill the other eyebrows as well. I am going to go in with my concealer, and I'm going to use the Pinkflash Oh My Breath Breathable Concealer. and this one is in the shade 03. I always use this concealer if I do like a full face of Focallure or full face of super affordable and cheap makeup, because this concealer is very reliable. It has a good amount of coverage and the blendability is also nice as well, because it's super cheap and it's not disappointing. So this concealer is medium to high coverage, depends on your skin condition honestly. And I'm just going to use a flat brush. Okay, I forgot that this concealer dries down quickly, so you really need to work one eye at a time to avoid it dry and being thick and also hard to blend. Okay, let's move on to the eye makeup now. I'm going to use the same concealer, which is the Pinkflash Breathable Concealer, as my eyeshadow primer. For today's tutorial, I am going to use the Pinkflash face and eye palette. I'm going to use some of the face product in this palette as well, but this is the shade 3 Caramel Latte, and we're just going to use two shades from this palette, which is this one and this one. This one is a sequin shade and this one is a matte shade. So first of all, I'm going to apply the matte shade using a fluffy brush on the crease. Okay, this tutorial is very simple. If I don't do a talk through like this, or if I just do my makeup, it's only gonna take me about maybe less than 10 minutes or maybe less than 5 minutes. So you can see it's very pigmented. Okay, I'm taking a packing brush and then just pack the sequin shade onto the brush, and again pack the shade onto the mobile lid. Okay, this shade is one of my favorite because it's sequin and you still will have the glitter on the lids if you pack it like this, but if you blend it, I think most of the glitter will fall out. And then after that, I'm going to take the previous brush, the blending brush, marry the two shades together like this, just lightly, and I'm gonna catch this eye to speed and I'll be right back. And next, I'm picking up the Pinkflash eyeliner, and this is a felt tip eyeliner. Honestly, this is not my favorite formula or the tip. I don't like felt tip. I prefer a brush tip, but Focallure has one brush tip, but mine's kind of like crooked and not really precise to use. The Pinkflash one. Okay, I have to focus when I do my eyeliner. It's very easy. First, I follow the line of my lashes just to make it look thicker. Before I reach the end of my mobile lid, I flick it out like so, and then I fill in the top. I fill in the gaps. And then I just fix the area where I feel like it looks a bit crooked. But be careful when you're fixing your eyeliner. Sometimes you will end up with a very thick eyeliner and it's not the look that you are going to go for initially. So yeah, this is the eyeliner. For me, it's a bit thick, and if I feel like I don't like the look of this eyeliner, I'm going to just cut this edge here using a makeup remover or the concealer. Okay, I'm just going to cut the bottom part here, but we'll see. I did clean up the edge to make the eyeliner look sharper, but the eye makeup is actually not finished because I haven't do the bottom line and also I haven't applied mascara. But first, we're gonna settle with the face part first. So for primer, I don't have any primer from Focallure or Pinkflash. I haven't tried any from them, so I am going to use a primer from the drugstore, which is Catrice Prime and Fine Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. I think primer is optional because some people find that primer doesn't do anything, but for me, I feel like it provides one more barrier before I apply the makeup. I did apply my skincare and also sunscreen, so this primer is very hydrating in my opinion, and I feel like it's a dupe to the Smashbox Primerizer, the Primer Plus Moisturizer, and the texture and also the color is similar. Okay, for foundation today, I'm gonna use my favorite from Focallure. This is Focallure Staymax Long Wear High Coverage Foundation, and I have mine in the, I believe, darkest shade 0510 Walnut. And I love this foundation because it's not too matte and not satin as well. It's like in the middle. It's acceptable for those who have oily skin, for those who have dry skin. I think you can also still wear this because it's not too drying. I think it claims to have a matte finish, but it still has some luminosity to it. So I did squeeze out about one palm, and as you can see, it covers a lot of area. And one thing that I don't like about this foundation is the scent. It smells like men's hair gel, but other than that, the coverage, the finish, the blendability and everything is perfect. It checks all the boxes except for the scent. And as you can tell, it still does reflect the light if I don't set it. So if you have super dry skin, you can still wear this foundation, but don't set it. And the next thing that I'm going to do is conceal my eye bag and also highlight the center of my face. I'm just going to use the same concealer that I used as my eye primer today, which is the Pinkflash Oh My Breath Breathable Concealer in the shade 03. Okay, I'm gonna try to blend it out quickly because I forgot that it dries out quite fast. I'm also going to drag down the concealer down a bit because I want to highlight this part here as well. And then after that, I'm going to highlight the center of my face. This concealer does have a medium to full coverage, so I have some texture on my nose, so I'm not going to put a lot. Also the center of my forehead, this part here, and also my chin. Also sometimes love to highlight this area here because I have some discoloration on the outer perimeters of my lips, so I sometimes like to highlight this area. And also it does help to sharpen the contour and bronzer that we are going to apply next. Before I set my face, I do want to apply a liquid blusher. This is not what I used to do because for EID, you want your makeup to last long and you want your makeup to look the same as when first you apply it or look freshly applied. So because blusher is the first thing to fade on your face, so I'm gonna try to make my blush last longer, so I'm gonna use a liquid blusher. Okay, this is Pinkflash of my case Airy, and I have it in the shade 102. I'm gonna apply some here, maybe 2 dots, same goes to here. Okay, this shade is so pretty. It's like a rosy tone, like so. So I'm gonna apply there. I'm using a stippling brush. I'm gonna apply some on my nose. Okay, once we have that, it applies really nicely. I don't have any patchiness or blotchiness. And I'm gonna set my face using the Focallure Match Max powder, one of my favorite as well. And this is just the translucent one. This is the code 01 for this. I'm just gonna use the puff from the powder. Okay, once we have that, I'm just gonna let the powder sit for 1 to 2 minutes like that. I don't usually bake my face. I do have combination skin. Some parts are dry and some parts are oily. I just don't mind baking my face, so I just let it sit for 1 minute and brush it off. Okay, I am going to finish the eye makeup first before moving on to the face part. So I like to just mirror it where I did on the top, but for this, look, darker shade on the outer corner, so I'm going to pack the darker shade, which is the shade that has sequins in it or glitter in it, the outer corner, connecting it to the mobile lid. This is like my signature eye look. I always like repeat these steps for the bottom lash line. And then I'll take a fluffy precise brush like this, and then packing it with the crease shade and then just blending that darker shade towards the inner corner as well. Also connecting it to the upper lid. The eye makeup are almost done. The last step that I need to do is apply mascara, but I love to do that after I finish all my makeup and set my face with a setting spray. So we're gonna continue with the face makeup, and like I said, I'm gonna use the bronzer, the blusher, and also highlighter from the same palette, from the Pinkflash palette, and this is number 3 Caramel Latte. And I'm gonna pick up this bronzer. This bronzer does have some shimmer from the broken highlighter, so if you see my hollow of my cheeks a bit glittery, that is why, but I don't care. I just want to use this one and apply it on the a bit higher than the hollow of my cheeks, also the temples, and also the sides of my forehead, because I do have a large forehead, to be honest. So I want to cut that down and make it look smaller. Actually, I forgot that I have another bronzer with me, so I'm going to use that. So this is the Focallure Sun-Kissed Monochromatic Blush Duo, and this is my favorite bronzer from Focallure. It's warm tone. It's not like their traditional typical cool tone bronzer. This is warm, and also it's super pigmented, so tap off the extra excess and just apply on here. Okay, I think you can already see the shadow there from this bronzer. If you want to wear a subtle bronzer and you don't want to have a defined shadow like that, you can just use the Pinkflash one, because that one is super subtle. So keep in mind, on here I have very large window, the area where I used to film, and on here I just have a wall, so that's why you see this one is a bit darker. This side is a bit darker because I don't have any lighting source from here. It's just the reflection from the window to the wall, and yeah, it's a bit darker on this side. It's not me over applying the products, actually. It's just I don't have enough light source on this side. And then I'm gonna, as usual, contour the nose using the same bronzer or contour that I used. And keep in mind, this bronzer, the monochromatic bronzer, is super pigmented, so when you pick it up, don't forget to tap off the extra excess. And then I'll go in with the blusher from the Pinkflash palette. Okay, for this blusher, I love to mix them both, because this one is too light for my skin tone and this one is kind of too bright for my preference, so I just mix them two. And so mix them to achieve that balance, so that on the nose as well, and also on the chin. And then lastly, of course, highlighter from the palette, from the same palette as well. Highlighters from this palette, all three palettes are so bomb and beautiful, as you can see. So far it doesn't emphasize my texture. Don't forget the nose and the nose bridge, and also the brow bone, and also inner corner of my eyes. I forgot to do that. Alright, and then to finish up this face makeup, I'm gonna set it with a setting spray. Unfortunately, I don't have any setting spray from Focallure or Pinkflash. I'm just gonna use the one that I have from the drugstore, the Rimmel Insta Fix and Glow. The scent of this is really nice. So to finish up this eye makeup, and I'm gonna fix my hijab and wear earrings. So for mascara, I want to use this one from Focallure Bomb Lashes Mascara. This is one of my favorite mascara from them. I did try the Pinkflash one. It's not my favorite. That one is, I think, is oil proof, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of like a tubing mascara, but honestly that one is not my favorite. I did try the fiber mascara from Focallure. I think that one of their newest releases. This one does give you volume, but it does have fiber, and sometimes it fell into my eyes and kind of uncomfortable for me. So this one is very simple. It's not too volumizing or too thickening, but it's enough to give my lashes a bit of something. So yeah, this is my favorite for like simple mascara to give your mascara a bit of life. It does darken it, but I don't think it thicken it or lengthen it. Okay guys, let's finish off this makeup. I'm gonna use two different lip color, but you can just use one. So I'm gonna mix the Focallure lip clay in the shade 106 and 301. So one is a neutral light tone brown. Okay, you can use this one on its own. Love this lip product. I always grab for this formula every time I want to apply something on my lips. So on the center, I'm gonna dab the shade 301. This is a very deep brown, very deep warm tone brown. This is the final makeup look. It's very easy to follow. Hopefully it's very easy to follow. For the eyeshadow, I only use two shades, and I just like blend it on my crease and also pack it on my lids. Very easy, you guys. Hopefully this tutorial is not too long and you are not bored. I did do a talk through because I think it's more helpful than me doing a voiceover or just music at the background. So hopefully this is entertaining for you guys. And for this year, me and my family are gonna celebrate in our home. I'm not gonna go to my family hometown, which is 300 plus kilometers away. We are not able to cross the state, so I'm gonna just stay where I am and also go to my in-laws. They live about 5 kilometers away, which is not so far. For the age, I know we are going to eat a lot, and in Malaysia we do eat a lot of oily food. And for this lip color, I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna stay if you eat oily food, but reapplying it's very easy because it has a clay and also moussey formula. It does dry down to matte, but if you eat oily food or consume something, it will still transfer. It does fade beautifully. It doesn't crumble, and it doesn't crumble onto the chin. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Sorry for the alarm noise outside. It's my neighbor's car. I think he is not around. So thank you so much for watching until the end. As usual, the product that I mentioned or I didn't mention and I used in today's video, I will link and also list it in the description box. So if you are curious, you can just check on there. Take care. Hopefully you guys stay safe. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate if you can subscribe because I do a lot of makeup tutorial reviews and hauls. Take care, and I hope I see you guys in my next one. Bye. Assalamualaikum.